the person who's in the stipulations with the relationship issues?
Yes, and that case was dismissed, Your Honor.
All right. Are you all still together? All right. Are you in school? That's
No.
either yes or no. What are you doing with your life? After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client? First name? I'm sorry? Miliani Williams. Could I have parties announced?
Kira Falcone for defense.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
All right, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. And for the record, Attorney Hague is listed as the attorney. I know you work in the office, but do you have any objections to this attorney standing in? Yes, you know. All right, you're going to have to speak up so everybody can hear, mainly me and the court reporter. You understand? You have to say yes or no. Head shaking, nobody knows what that is.
Your Honor, can I please step back with my client?
Sure. All right, thank you. So the court is finding that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, state moves to proceed on the lesser included offense of attempted assault cases.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? State is proceeding on the lesser included offense of attempted assault of a peace officer, which is a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow the plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine? Okay. Are you able to speak up? Why not? All right. So you're going to have to talk louder so the court reporter can hear and so I can hear. Do you understand? How old are you?
18.
I'm sorry, how?
18.
All right. So you're going to have to speak up. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Williams, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Off the record for a moment. Cindy, let me know when you're able to unwrap the cough drop. Got it. All right. Thank you. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on the lesser included offense. They're asking that you have a $500 fine and they're recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be? Yes.
I meant to probate the fine, Judge.
Okay.
I apologize.
No problem. Any objection to the court writing in that the fine is probated?
No, Your Honor.
Thank
All right. And there's a $500 fine that's probated. Did you understand that to be your plea? State defense?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be 100 hours community service restitution, the healthy relationships and anger prevention and stress education. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
State offer proceeds exhibit 1 in all attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call them the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client? All right, who is Andres Vasquez? I'm sorry? All right, is that the person who's in the stipulations with the relationship issues?
Yes, and that case was dismissed, Your Honor.
All right, are you all still together? All right, are you in school? That's
No.
either yes or no. What are you doing with your life? After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client? I'm sorry, what? All right, do you have employment? So how do you spend your day? All right, so, and when you say you just graduated, when? What month? June. So what are your plans? You have no plans for your future?
Military.
All right, have you signed up for the military? Have you looked into that?
Yes.
So
when
are you planning on doing that?
Your Honor, if I may, her twin sister is already enlisted. She wanted to join her, but this case has prevented her from being able to properly do so. So there's been kind of adjustment plans that they've tried to.
Oh, well, I will tell you this. If you end up signing up into the military, your attorney can come here and file a motion for early term. And if you bring me proof that you have actually enlisted, then the early termination will be granted.
Thank you, Judge.
So if you get that done tomorrow and you come in here before the end of the week, legally, I can terminate you and I will. So it's completely up to you. Otherwise, these are your conditions. $500 fine probated, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, 2 years deferred adjudication, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order anger management. Once the anger management is completed, then 25 of the community service hours will be deemed satisfied.
Thank you, Judge.
And I'm going to order healthy relationships. Once the healthy relationships is completed, 75 hours of the community service will be deemed satisfied. There's to be proof of employment or a higher level education, enrollment, or an enrollment in the military, if that's what you want to do. And I'm just putting this here so that I will remember, although my mind is a steel trap, I'll still remember it, that you are thinking of enrolling in the military. If you decide to enroll in the military, I'll grant the motion for early term.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, and also, Ms. Abrams, or an enrollment in trade school within 30 days. So you're either going to be employed, you're either going to be seeking a higher level of education or in somebody's trade school, or either join the military. Those are your options, and that needs to be done within 30 days. And there's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And there's to be no contact with Mr. Andres Vasquez. That's Andres Vasquez. And field visits one time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yeah.
Because it's plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right. If you decide to join the military, you're going to have to speak up. You understand? All right. Go in a respectful way. But the drill sergeants will be shouting in your face. Okay? Good luck.
Thank you, Judge. Can I have the excuse?
Yes. Right, this is for a sentencing, correct? All right. Court is calling 2026 CR 006806 State versus Earl George Grant III. Can I have parties announce?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Jared Jarrett for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Grant?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In this case, the PSI was waived.
Yeah.
And according to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. The state is silent on your application. They're taking in consideration 2026 CR 005411 and 2026 AL 001917. There's a no contact order and affirmative finding of family violence. All right, state is silent. Do you have any witnesses, counsel?
Just my client, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right, defense, you may proceed.
Do you have a statement for the court?
Yes. I understand that, I was not supposed to be in the same area as her at the moment. When I returned up there. I shouldn't have been around in that area. What I'm trying to do now is I'm going to be a mechanic, find a kid trade. I'm planning on business with CDL management. So I'm going to work on it as well as driving. I don't think prison would do good for me at this moment. I'm way too smart at too much.
Do you know anybody who thinks prison is good for them?
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, what I'm trying to say, it's just, I got a lot more potential than just sitting in jail cell, I just shouldn't have been around in that area at the time.
Does anybody want to address the issues that are in the police report?
Yeah, let's talk about the issue with the case.
Well, basically the whole situation was, feeling that she was stepping out on me at the time.
Sorry, what?
I thought she was stepping out on me at the time. So what I did was I entered the department, grabbed her phone, looked through it, found out that she was talking to said witness in the statement, and a few other people. I went outside when I was looking at the phone. I tossed the phone on the ground, broke it, was coming back to get it to her, but she was on the phone, another phone. So I went around the building, snuck behind her, grabbed the other phone. She tried to grab me. So I pushed her hand away from me and slapped another phone on the ground and basically drove away after that. When they, tried to get me or, pull me over, I put on my hazards. I got into each lane slowly, leading them to a safe destination because there wasn't anywhere to actually, get off and be safe. So I got to a safe destination and parked the car and, was compliant after that. You can see it on the video on the dash cam, what happened. Basically if I
You have no intent about being around her again?
no, I do not. At all. This has been going on for over 10 years. As you probably see, I have other cases that have been dismissed because of this woman. I feel like a lot of times she told my mother she was trying to extract revenge on me, and now I believe it. I didn't believe this before, but now I do. just was blind to the fact of what was really going on, and I should just, got away when I was supposed to. It's not gonna happen again. It won't never happen again. I don't want to be around her. I don't want to be with her. I just want to provide for my family. Do I need to do for my mom?
How many dependents do you think you're gonna provide for?
I have one kid in California, one kid out here. I claim one of her children. He's a stepchild of mine, but I still claim him like he's my own because I've been around him since he was 1.5 years old, about 6.
And you have a job already, right? Once you get out?
Yes, I do have a job when I get out here. My mother has a family business. When I go get a diesel mechanic, I'm gonna get my diesel mechanic license right with that. Try to start the business and everything.
Further.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Grant,
Yes, sir.
a few questions for you, please.
Yes, sir.
Talking about what happened that day, well, before we get to that, this isn't the first time we
Hey, you're silent.
talk about the facts I can.
All right, State, you may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Grant, this isn't the first time you've had an assault on the record, right?
Misdemeanor, sir, yes.
But it's still an assault, right?
Yes, sir, misdemeanor, yes.
All right, 2018, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. And you didn't successfully complete the probation on that one, did you?
I was on the street homeless at the time. I had gotten arrested for theft and resisting arrest.
Mm-hmm.
Later found out that that same police officer dropped the theft charge and still kept the resisting arrest charge,
Mhm.
which later on they dropped the resisting arrest charge because they found out that the police officer was just trying to arrest me for any type of reason he could find. Then they put me on ankle monitor, as you can see, in 2022 when I turned myself back in, and I completed it. It was around like 7 or 8 months.
All right. And then comes to this one, this is your second assault in Fair County, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you were talking about the facts earlier, so let's talk about that if you don't mind, please. So you went to her location, correct?
This our location. We both live there, but yes, sir.
All right. She didn't give you permission to go there that night, right?
I mean, my ID has the same address as hers right there. So, I mean, I already asked the police officers multiple times beforehand. They said I have authority to be there.
But did she invite you over that night?
No, she invited me over a few
Invite you
nights.
over, you went on your own relation because you felt you had the authority to be. Like you
Yes.
just said.
Yeah.
All right. And you were outside throwing rocks at her window, right?
Yes.
Trying to get her attention, I guess?
Yes, I was.
All right. And after you got her attention, she went to the front door, right?
Yes, I did.
And then you entered through the front door after she opened the door, right?
Yes.
But she didn't invite you in, right? You just went in.
Like I said, my ID has the same address as.
I understand, but she didn't invite you in, right?
Regardless, I talked to the police officers and they told me I can enter there anytime I would like.
Right, so if she didn't invite you in, you just went in because you felt you had the authority to be there and you grabbed her phone. Not your phone,
Yes, I did.
just her phone. You ran outside with that phone then, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. She chased after you, right?
I don't know if she did or she didn't.
She did. Where'd she go?
I didn't know where she went after that. I just turned around and started looking through the phone.
Okay, turn around, looking through the phone because that's what was most important to you is wanting to know if she's talking to this person, right?
Yes.
Okay. Get outside eventually, right?
Yes, sir.
So does she?
Yes.
All right, and that's when the assault took place, right? Outside in the parking lot of the apartment complex, right?
Like I said, sir, there was I did not punch her, I did not hit her, I did not strike her. I pushed her hand off me when she tried to grab the phone out of my hand because she tried to grab me.
Gotcha. Okay, so if there's a neighbor that says he saw you punch her in the head, he'd be wrong?
You'd be wrong.
He'd be wrong. All
Yes,
right.
he would be.
And then you fled after that, right? I mean, you didn't stay there initially, right? Did tell the
Yeah.
police your version?
I did not stay, no, sir.
You ignored their commands to pull over after they were trying to pull you over, right?
Did not ignore, sir. I put in my hazard so I can go ahead and get to a safe location because if you notice over there by 1604 and I-10, there is not an area on the side to stop because the little side is little.
Yes.
Yeah. So the little area on the side is like this small. So I have to get off and then go into a parking lot to make sure that we're both safe, me and the police officers.
Which parking lot you pull into?
Believe it was a tech parking lot. I don't remember what it was. I just pulled into the first parking lot I could get into that was more open space and well lit.
Okay. Right. Absolutely, Mr. Runner.
The address on your driver's license is the same address the incident,
Yes, sir.
and that is your residence, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I can get it changed. Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry, one more question if I may. Let's see.
Sure.
You have a child in common with the victim, correct?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
And Judge, if there is no contact, we can make arrangements for visitation, but I think there are ways to do it.
Yes, sir.
You have family members that are associated with her that could arrange for
I
visitation?
believe my sister did, sir.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So how did he get into the apartment? I read the stipulations, but it says that, according to the stipulations, that he climbed onto the second floor patio balcony.
So I climbed to the second floor patio balcony to knock on the window because she wasn't letting me in because she took my key when I went to work a few nights before, because I decided to stay, over my mother's house one night to let everything calm down because she was upset at me for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? I guess she said she was having stress, she was PMSing or whatever happened to her. But I decided to come back and I seen that my key wasn't on the key ring. So that's the reason why I climbed on the balcony. That's the reason why I walked up the stairs and then the door was already open. That's the reason why there was no forced entry and the burglary habitation had got to be dismissed.
All right, according to the stipulations, it states, victim stated the incident began as she was dozing off in her room after putting her children to bed. She stated she suddenly heard rocks being thrown at her patio window door. So the patio window door, according to the stipulations, that's a second floor balcony. Doesn't mention you knocking on the front door. It says victim walked toward the living room to see what was happening. Victim stated she observed the suspect from inside the apartment attempting to burglarize her residence. Victim stated suspect climbed onto the second floor patio balcony. Victim stated she immediately called 911 to report the incident. Victim stated dispatchers advised her to exit through the front door with her children. Victim stated that when she unlocked the front door, suspect kicked the door open and entered the residence. Victim stated she was pushed by the suspect. Suspect took victim's cellular phone, disconnected the 911 call, and broke the device, shattering the screen. Victim stated suspect then ran downstairs with her phone. Victim ran outside and located the suspect. Victim stated suspect tackled her to the ground, causing her to strike her head against a tree. Victim had her son's phone to call 911 again. However, suspect broke the second phone, preventing her from contacting emergency services. And then it states, witness, the downstairs neighbor, stated he was in his room when he heard a disturbance outside. Witness stated he looked out of his window and observed the suspect on top of victim, possibly strangling her and restricting her movement.
Possibly.
Witness stated victim managed to get away. However, he then observed suspect striking her. Witness states suspect fled the scene shortly afterwards.
So, ma'am, possibly there was no strangling, there was no striking. All I did was break the phone because I found out what I wanted to know in the phone. I did not force entry. The door was already open. That's why when the burglary application was put upon me, that's why the door wasn't broken. And me knocking on the patio door is what I did when I climbed up the patio, because I threw rocks at the window, tried to get her attention, jumped on the top of the patio, tried to get in, knocked on the window. She didn't answer. So I went down, tried to open the front door. When I opened the front door, I grabbed her phone, never shoved her, nothing of that nature. Looked through the phone when I was outside. When I seen what I needed to see, I threw her on the ground and broke it because I was upset and I was angry. I did not want to strike her at all. Then I seen her on another phone. So I went around the building through the entryway, and she was right here. And I grabbed the phone from behind her, never struck her, nothing of that nature, and threw the phone on the ground. I still had the other phone in my hand. She tried to grab this phone. And when she tried to grab the phone, I yanked back. And when I yanked back, she pulled at the same time. And my grip is a little stronger because I'm a man. She fell backwards and hit her head on the tree. There was no type of punching, strangulation, hurting, shoving, none of that. Like, I just pushed her hand off. I never struck her.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Defense state is silent. Do you have questions? State?
One last one, if I may. So you mentioned just right now that you found out what you wanted on the phone then, right?
Mhm.
The whole purpose of you was to find out, that's all that mattered to you, was finding out the information, right?
Yes, sir.
Regardless of how it made her feel, right?
Yeah, in a sense, yes.
Okay. Other questions?
All right. I'll hear argument, counsel.
Judge, unfortunately, in relationships, there are ups and downs, and it sounds like this couple had a tenuous 10-year relationship back and forth. There were allegations of being not, I don't want to use, loyal to the other partner and talking to other individuals and stuff. And jealousy is a bad thing to have, but it happens. We're human. So, Judge, I think he understands that the relationship with this woman should be over. He should not be near her anymore. Let him have his children by her. Let him be have a relationship with those children and not her. And let's move on. I think, Judge, yeah, he's the one in court here, but morally, when you have a individual that you've been in a relationship for 10 years and she's sitting there texting other men and doing other things. Now, you weren't married to her, but they're still living together in a relationship with a child.
With her other child too, I'm taking care of. That's not mine.
And she's here talking to other men. Yeah.
All right. Why do people always say that I'm taking care of a child that's not mine? You've given me testimony and you said that child is like your own son. Why the need to keep saying that he's not even mine?
Biologically, because there's a protective order that's on me right now that I had to alter for 2 years with the civil.
How old is the child you have with her?
9. That states that I can't be around.
Wait a
her.
minute. So you have a child with her who's 9 years old, right? Is that the only child you have?
That's biologically by her. Yes.
No. In the world, is that the only child you have?
Oh, in the road now.
Okay, so you have a 9-year-old and that's with the complainant. How old is your other child?
My other child in California, he's about like 6, about 7.
6 years old. Any other children?
I claim him as my own. So yes, the other child, 6-year-old, one that's not biologically mine, but yes, I still claim he's mine.
All right, there appears to maybe have been some overlapping if you have a 6-year-old in California.
Well, I had to leave. I left her because of what happened in 2019. I had left, it was like an on and off relationship. She was trying to play around and she had started talking to other people and going out and stuff like that. So I had moved to California. When I had moved to California, she was calling me often, telling me that she still missed me and she wanted me to come back. I took a Greyhound to come back that she paid for me to come back. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be back here. Just to let you know.
All right, thank you. And thank you for giving me some insight. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty, take into consideration 2026 CR 005411 and 2026 AL 001917. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with the complainant. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrently. The court will sentence you to 3 years. The court will retain jurisdiction. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction in an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. All right, good luck to you. Who's next?
Marco.